Today's been a pretty good day, you know. I've seen some covert stalker on the road. But that's not what this video's about. You know, she was one of those cute females from Tinder who in any other circumstance would be sucking my fucking dick. You know, but seeing how this is how it is, she'll be sucking my dick in my dreams tonight. Alright. Back to the fucking point. Chapo fucking Guzman has been arrested. And that is number 2 on my list, the worst criminals. You know? Now some of you might say, well, you know, he's my hero, you know. I heard they supply him something like 80% of the drugs, you know, in Chicago or some crazy number like that. You know, anybody who works for the New World Order, whether directly, indirectly, or happens to be doing something that's beneficial to what they're trying to do, is a bitch in my book. And I do have to say, in all seriousness, I hope you don't drop the soap. I hope they just bend you the fuck over and rape you up the fucking ass without you having to bend over first. Anyway, moving on. Those of you who know me, I'm the top martial artist in America, and I'm not afraid of anyone. If you were the best, would you be afraid of anyone? You know, I could grab a cop's fucking gun, shove it up his ass, fucking shove his baton down his throat, and break his fucking neck before he even understands what the fuck is going on. You understand me? Imagine when I think about some fucking old sissy ninny fuck. You know, if you want to go kill me, go ahead. You know, my girlfriend left me. I'm stalked by the government. I'm a dead man fucking walking. I'm a fucking hero. I don't fucking care. Okay? Not one of those controlled opposition sissies that's afraid. I know you can call some pussy-ass bootlicker on the fucking streets. You know, do I seem moved in the slightest, you bitch? I'm Heru, and you're a fucking ninny. I'm Horace, and you're a fucking bitch. I'm the top martial artist, and you're a drug-pushing scum like the faggots in the pharmaceutical sector. Think I give a shit? Fuck you and all the drug-dealing scum out there. You drug-pushing trash. You low-life fucking heathens. And that goes for all you mental health bitches as well. You fucking sniveling, fucking dastardly, fucking diabolical, devious fucking trash. Poisonous slime. Now fuck y'all. Young Mecca, you understand me? And I put it motherfucking down like no other. You bitch. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, with that being said, yeah, I hope you guys all stay tuned. Click the links in the description. I go over, you know, I decided to start going over some, you know, news articles that are, you know, controversial, news clips and so on. And yeah, you know, Chapo Guzman has been arrested.
Email Chapo Guzman, the drug lord, has been arrested. This according...
Yes. Unless, of course, they're fucking lying. He's been arrested. You know? Now, if only you would arrest all the pharmaceutical fucking scum, and then, you know, I'd feel a lot better about a lot of things. There'd still be a lot of work to do, but at least we'd have some of the worst criminals out of the way. And then while you're at it, arrest all the congressmen and, you know, the president and the judicial branch, and we might be getting somewhere. We might be making some progress. Don't forget the Rothschilds and all them scumbags and Rockefeller and all you ninnies and Soros, you're a bitch, you know. Kissinger, Zabriskie, you know, all the usual filth, you know. There's some people who are scum that they try to, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, you know. And when they say things like that, I'm like, you know what? What is to stop me from doing things exactly like the conspiracy theorists say that they're done and doing something to all you fucking ninnies? Say, no, that's just a conspiracy theory. I wouldn't do that. Who, me? Never. You know, what's to stop me? You know? I mean, in the world we live in, what is to stop fucking criminals from saying, you know what? We live in a country where a bunch of bootlickers think everything's a conspiracy theory. Let's conspire! You know? I mean, you guys are a bunch of ninnies. You're a bunch of sissies. You're idiots. You know? Some conspiracy theories are fucking true. You think there wouldn't, you know, you think they're making all this disinformation for no reason? You think they come up with random reptilian fucking shit for no reason? Obviously, there's something to this conspiracy theory stuff, or else they wouldn't be spending fucking billions of dollars on disinformation. You simply don't do that for absurd theories that have no basis in reality. You know, and I'm sick of this shit. And then every day, don't forget drug conspiracy. Drug fucking conspiracy. Conspiracy to commit murder. You know, racketeering. Criminal conspiracy. These are charges that people are charged with all the fucking time. And you're, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. I seen a bomb on the fucking news saying that would be a conspiracy. As if people aren't charged with conspiracies every fucking day. You know? I mean, it's disgusting. The fuck do you think the mafia was? The Gambino family indictments. You know, some years back. Not too long ago. Some years back. You know? You have a bunch of ninnies acting like this shit doesn't go down. When you look at conspiracy theory and you look at what the mafia did, it's fucking almost exactly the same, right? You say that these people work with these people and they work with judges and lawyers and, you know, and education and so on and so forth. It's the fucking what the mafia did on fucking record. Who do you think gave them the brilliant idea, quote unquote, to fucking invest in alternative energy? Just Google, mafia invests in alternative energy. You know, you think a bunch of Luigi sucking spaghetti magically came up with this fucking idea, or some people, you know, professors and so on, and, you know, came up with these ideas? Of course there's a fucking criminal conspiracy, you fucks. You know, I used to be part of it, and there's nothing more painful when you honestly used to be part of a fucking conspiracy. Part of the New World Order's controlled opposition, gang-banging motherfuckers, and you see these ninnies acting like this doesn't go down, like this goes down. You're acting like prison guards don't conspire with gang members. Acting like this isn't part of the bigger picture. Acting like the system doesn't know damn fucking well that there are gang members conspiring with prison guards. Acting like they haven't decided to allow it to take place because it's good for what they're trying to do. I mean, complete idiots. Like, we go to fucking foreign countries and we manipulate terrorists and ISIS and some of the most dangerous people in the world, but magically we leave the domestic criminal groups alone. Oh, we don't, you know, prop up leaders here. We just do that abroad. We don't do that with the Democratic and Republican parties. We don't prop up controlled opposition. We only do that across the world in the fucking desert in a cave in Afghanistan. Yep. Because that's how we think. You know, we don't care about what goes on here. I mean, who fucking cares about here? You know? I mean, come on. You people know fucking damn well I'm right. A bunch of ninnies, bunch of scum, bunch of left, right, military bitches. Come on. You know it, I know it. Just Google military having, you know, jobs in mental health. Military jobs in law enforcement. Military jobs and COs. I mean, these are transferable fucking skills. These people don't all come back and become some crazy veteran talking about, you know, how America's a bunch of scum. I mean, it pretty much goes like this. Look, you have veterans who lose their fucking mind because they have a conscience and they don't like the way things go down, and they turn to drugs and start talking crazy and shit. Even though they're really telling the truth, they just sound crazy, but it's a story for another day, you know, for the most part. And then you have the ones who continue the bootlicking. They're desensitized. They're like, look, I used to bootlick in the military, so I'm going to go bootlick in the fucking law enforcement. I'm going to go bootlick in mental health. You know, I'm good at turning a blind eye. Check my record. Do the background check. Look, no matter what happens, you know, if you want me to say there's WMDs, I'll say there's WMDs. You want me to turn a blind eye and rape and murder in fucking Iraq? I turn a blind eye. You want to torture people in front of me? You want to skin them alive? You want to do some Abu Ghraib shit and fucking rape and, you know, fucking do some weird witchcraft shit and fucking... I'll turn a blind eye on that too. In fact, I used to work there and I turned a fucking blind eye. So, you know you can trust me. Like that one colonel, what the fuck was that? Colonel Steele. Colonel fucking Steele, you know, fucking torture in Iraq, Iran-Contra motherfucker, track records. You understand me? And I'm not talking the Olympics. And I'm not talking prostitutes, you know, champion prostitutes who deserve a fucking gold medal. I am talking about scum. Well, I guess they're all basically scum, except for perhaps with the exception of the Olympics. All right. So we have track stars. We have track records, and we have railroad tracks, places where prostitutes frequent, you know, in case of, you know, when people get off trains and stuff. No. I am talking about, you know, I'm just making a joke there right quickly, just to some comic relief, you know. Anyway, going back to the subject at hand, in all fucking seriousness, there's a criminal fucking conspiracy. I know, because I used to be a fucking crip. You know, I'm not making, look, motherfucker, you see this right here? You understand me? Yeah. I'm a real motherfucking ex-gang member motherfucker. You understand me? And I'm telling you, the New World Order is fucking real. And I wasn't just some sissy wannabe. I was respected and feared on the fucking streets. People knew when I lost my cool, people are losing fucking heads. I'm knocking bitches out. I'm throwing motherfuckers off cliffs. Wait, I'm not supposed to say all that. The point is, there's a fucking criminal conspiracy going down. You know it. I know it. How deep does it go? That's what you should know that I know. That's for me to know, for you to find out. No, actually, I'm helping you find that out. Okay? Chapo Guzman was a bitch. He is a bitch, and tomorrow when I wake up and he puts a hit out on me, I will still tell you he's a bitch, and he still will be a bitch. Questions? The people in charge are a bunch of bitches. Now, when I say there's a bunch of shady Mexicans trying to kill me, you're going to have ninnies saying, it's in your head. Take your medicine. If I went up there and I slapped Chapo Guzman in the face on national fucking television, I came home and a bunch of fucking death squads came to get me, and I made a video where I said, these people are trying to kill me, and I whipped out a fucking AK-47 and said, I'm ready to go. They would say, he's paranoid and he's a threat to society. I mean, these people are completely unreasonable. Completely. You understand me? We are talking about mental health ninnies. You know, Chapo Guzman fans. His fan club is going to start commenting, you know, mental health faggots. You know, all the usual ninnies, the usual sissies. You know, if you help the New World Order, I'm sorry, but you're not tough. You know, you're on the winning team. How tough could you be? You know, who's tougher? The guy who sits there in the fucking middle of the desert, you know, with an AK-47 and a fucking camel, all jokes aside, you know, or the guy who flies above and drops fucking napalm and all kinds of drone strikes and hellfire missiles and shit, whatever the fuck they use. You know, who's tougher? I mean, come on. You know, that's like saying the fucking cop who beats a fucking 12-year-old little girl up is tougher than the little girl. No, it's about the same. He's a fucking ninny. You understand me? Us tough guys don't do bitch shit. Bitches do bitch shit. Tough guys do what is right, and they tough it out. You understand me? So I'm sitting here in this country, you know, I see gang stalking whores drive by me every day. Gang stalking, for those of you who don't know, it's when the government harasses you and recruits a ton of different groups. They have tons of, you know, they basically say, what kind of low-life filth will help us harass, stalk, and covertly drug and experiment on political dissidents? Well, the usual people. You know, what was in MK Ultra? Law enforcement, intelligence agencies. There was like, what, 51 universities, 4 prisons, right? Prison guards, prison staff. You know, universities are in league with the military. At University of Phoenix, for example, I believe they gave the military an 80% discount. Yes, these things are integrated, inter-fucking-connected. They work together. Okay, so they say, who's going to help us? Who are the low-life, you know, spiritual bottom feeders who would help us do it in the first place? You know, who isn't going to go, oh my God, what makes you think I would covertly drug someone? Who's going to say, how much are you going to pay me? Instead of saying, hell no, get the fuck out of here, you punk-ass pig. The fuck I look like? One of you ninnies? I'm not going to covertly drug my fellow fucking man for a bunch of sissies and corporations. You can fuck off. Get the fuck out of here, pig. Punk-ass bitch. But who's going to say, well, how much are you going to pay me? You know, a bunch of fucking sold-out fucking secret society gang members, a bunch of fucking military scum, left, right, left motherfuckers. I mean, come on. Just think about it. Who's going to sell out? Who historically has sold us out? You know, a bunch of cowards in the fucking media. You know, all the people who have historically been complicit, who have the government historically reached out to. They have a track record that shows that, hey, when you want to do some underhanded shit that nobody in their right mind and nobody with principles would help you do, you can come to us. You know? And as I started watching this play out, you know, I started watching people, you know, people saying things about how this sets people up. They'll say, well, you know, I'll pretend to be someone's friend and I'll walk them into a trap. And that's part of what they do. You know, I mean, there's so much evidence. There's such a large volume of evidence that there's a massive criminal conspiracy. So, on the one hand, I'm glad that one of the lower downs in the massive criminal conspiracy has been, you know, taken back to prison. But I am completely appalled at the fact that a bunch of sissies, a bunch of ninnies, a bunch of candy-ass, namby-pamby, effeminate weaklings in secret societies haven't been held accountable. I'm the top martial artist in America. I'm being persecuted for my political views, especially because they know that I used to be a part of a gang. I used to be, you know, went to different schools, private schools, prep schools, the top college prep school. I'm out of time. I figure I can't leave you with that. You know, basically I went to 6 different high schools. My life has taken me everywhere from Christian school to public school in Morgan Hill to, you know, adult school, reform school, boot camp. I've been in a lot of situations, you know. Summer school, I started meeting with thugs and evolved, you know, in grade school, summer school. So I went to private school in grade school. Summer school, I went to San Jose State, downtown San Jose. Started meeting thugs, the wrong element. Make a long story short, over the years, I gravitated toward gang members because out of all the different groups of people, the people who seemed the most down to earth were in gangs, and the answer is quite simple. The criminal gangs control the fucking world. I'm not talking about street gangs. I'm talking the people who are above organized crime on the criminal pyramid, okay? All of us, you know, all real gang members know that beyond any doubt. All the gang members in the know, and there's fucking probably 100,000 plus of them in America, know beyond any doubt that there are criminals who are above the mafia that run the whole fucking show. And there's sort of a criminal pyramid where you'll see the mafia hire the Aryan Brotherhood, for example, to do hits. And the hit, you know, ultimately their activity is approved of by the real organized criminals behind this country, which is basically Freemasons and what have you. So, you know, I thought I'd elaborate so you'd understand how somebody who is so educated as I am, you know, and has been to all these nice schools and so on, knows all this stuff, because I see everything. You have to, you know, you have to have the type of mind where you put things together and you have to see different things for yourself to truly grasp. You know, it's one thing to read it, it's another thing to have been a Crip in California, you know, notorious gang that, you know, it started down south in LA, you know, by Hollywood and all that stuff, right? Hollywood's down there. Big Payback, rest in peace. You know, he was from over there somewhere, you know, San Fernando and stuff, and you know, Hollywood is some of his homies and so on. So yeah, you know, all this stuff overlaps. People know each other. They go to school with each other. They're family members with each other. It overlaps. They collaborate. They collude. They conspire. Oh, I promise you that. You know, I've researched this for a long time. I've lived it for a long time. Mental health is probably one of the areas I know the best when it comes to crime. You know, mental health is just, you'd be surprised. Mental health is completely controlled by criminals from the bottom to the top. I mean, from the nurse and the janitors turning a blind eye to the fucking corporate crooks in big pharma, the, you know, pharmaceuticals companies. You know, it is just insane. Some of you will see, I doubt that. Well, just look it up. Look up Pfizer settles, you know, like $80 billion lawsuit. I forgot the number, but it's up there somewhere. Child experiments on children in Nigeria, northern Nigeria, which is, for those of you who don't know, is one of the least educated places in all of Africa, you know, because of how they built the infrastructure. Nigeria was more down where they had the slaves. You know, I forgot this area down there where the slave trade took place. They used to land there. They kind of built up the infrastructure. The Igbos, you know, in the southern Nigeria. I don't want to really get into all of it, but to make a long story short, they chose a place where people ignore what goes on, but it came back to haunt them. And there are, you know, just look up pharmaceutical companies, big lawsuits settled by pharmaceutical companies. You'll be surprised how many valid sources you have, how many billions of dollars they've spent. You know, so who are the worst drug dealers? You know, Chapo Guzman is, you know, he was only worth like $1 billion or so. Okay, these pharmaceutical companies settled lawsuits for like $80 billion, 80 times what Chapo Guzman was worth. You know, 80 fucking times, and that's a lawsuit. That's not what the company's worth. They kept on pushing. You know, as they say in the streets, you know, keep it moving, keep it moving. They kept it moving. You understand me? We live in a society where criminal filth pay billions of dollars in lawsuits, whether they're bankers or pharmaceutical filth, and they keep it fucking moving. They make a fucking killing. They do what they do, and don't be surprised when the lowly, unscrupulous dogs who do what they do what they motherfucking do. Shit pisses me off. I mean, it absolutely pisses me off, because even when I hung out with gang members, I wasn't a rapist, I wasn't a thief, okay, I was a fucking violent revolutionary, not taking any fucking shit, you know, and since then, I pretty much am the same fucking thing. Thank you. exactly why these weaklings are hiding from my top martial artist challenge. Because martial arts is a secret society. Think about ninjas and ninjutsu and the Yakuza. Think about Shaolin, Kung Fu, and monks and Kung Fu secret societies and how these things are done in secret, behind closed doors. And you are pretty much initiated, and there are rituals and sometimes temples in the dojos. Anyway, without further ado.